moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them. Very simple, can't get any simpler than that.
Welcome to Wealth Current. Today we're diving into a hot topic that's making headlines: Donald Trump's new tariffs on imported goods. But what does it really mean for you? From your paycheck to your grocery bill, we're breaking down how these tariffs could impact your wallet, your job, and your everyday life. The United States is once again shaking up global trade. With Donald Trump pushing for new tariffs, everyday Americans, businesses, and even people outside the U.S. could feel the impact. But how exactly will these tariffs affect you? Let's break it down. First, what are tariffs? Think of them as taxes on imported goods. If a foreign product enters the U.S., the importer pays this tax, often passing the cost to consumers. The goal? To make imports pricier, boosting demand for domestic alternatives. But the reality? It's rarely that simple. Trump has a history of using tariffs as a way to pressure other countries into trade deals. His new proposed tariffs target China, Mexico, and even key allies like the European Union. But what does this mean for you? I mean you, the average American or European watching this video. The potential ripple effects on your wallet, job, and daily life. Let's decode the complexities together. If tariffs increase on imports, businesses that rely on foreign goods pass the extra costs onto you, the consumer. Using an example of a vehicle coming into USA by ship at the cost of $40,000, but 40% tariff is added at the port. This amount is added by the importer on the vehicle when selling it to the final consumer. Essentially, these imported goods become more expensive for consumers and businesses. For example, electronics. Many parts for smartphones, laptops, and gaming consoles come from China. Higher tariffs could mean pricier gadgets. Cars. If Trump imposes new tariffs on vehicle imports, buying a car, whether foreign or even American, could become more expensive due to higher costs for parts. Groceries. Some food products, like cheese, wine, and seafood, could also see price hikes if tariffs affect imports from Europe or Latin America. So if you've noticed prices creeping up, tariffs could be part of the reason. Tariffs don't just affect consumers, they also shake up businesses. Manufacturing jobs. While tariffs may encourage companies to produce more goods domestically, the reality is many U.S. factories still rely on foreign parts. If costs rise, some companies may cut jobs or relocate operations. Farmers and exporters. Countries hit with U.S. tariffs often retaliate with their own tariffs. In the past, China and the EU placed tariffs on American soybeans, whiskey, and dairy products, hurting U.S. farmers. Small businesses. Many small businesses depend on cheap imports to keep costs low. If tariffs raise prices on supplies, they might struggle to compete, leading to closures or layoffs. Even if you live outside the U.S., these tariffs could still affect you. Stock market volatility. Tariff announcements often cause the stock market to fluctuate wildly, affecting retirement savings and investments. Currency devaluation. Some countries may devalue their currencies in response, affecting international trade and purchasing power. Trade wars. If major economies respond with counter tariffs, global trade slows down, leading to economic downturns worldwide. Jobs hang in the balance. While tariffs can boost sectors like steel, U.S. production rose 6% in 2018. The broader impact is grim. 300,000 U.S. jobs lost from 2018 to 2019 due to trade wars. Soybean exports to China plummeted 75% in 2018, bankrupting over 1,000 farms. 58% reported profit declines due to tariff costs. Tariffs create winners and losers, often more losers. You now begin to wonder, why will a government want to foist so much hardship on its citizenry? Believe me, as bad as it seems, there are rational and beneficial justification to back up such far-reaching decision. Look no further than Trump's mantra of bringing wealth back to America. Tariff is set to be one of his tools in bringing wealth back to America. So how does this work? Protecting domestic industries. Tariff generally makes foreign goods more expensive compared to locally produced alternatives. This will therefore drive the populace towards patronizing locally produced goods. So instead of buying a Toyota, you will have to make do with a Cadillac, generating revenue for the national treasury, influencing trade policy, such as discouraging imports from certain countries or encouraging domestic production. So how can you prepare for possible price hikes and economic shifts? Budget wisely. Expect potential increases in the cost of goods and adjust your spending. Buy local. Supporting locally made products can help offset some tariff-related costs. Stay informed. Understanding trade policies and their effects will help you make better financial decisions. Tariffs might seem like a political issue, but their effects trickle down to your wallet, your job, and the economy as a whole. What do you think about Trump's new tariffs? Are they necessary, or do they do more harm than good? Let us know in the comments.